Y'all, how's everybody been doing? How's everybody been doing? So last time I left you guys, we were getting ready to hook up. So right now I am in Tampa, headed to Valdosta. Today is Friday, the last day of the work week. So we're gonna go ahead and finish it off strong. If you missed the last video, I encourage you guys to go ahead and check that out. There we go. Alrighty, so let's go find our lead. Should be on the ready line. So let's see, how much weight do we have? 19.3 on the lead with 7.7 on the rear. Not too bad. As I was saying in my last video, I like to hook it myself. Usually it'll get me out the gate faster versus if I wait on the hostlers, because Tampa has a lot of drivers, a lot of sets that get hooked. So I'd rather just do it myself. Plus we get paid every time we hook a set, break a set. So those hooks, they add up, so. Alrighty. Let's get it done, y'all. Let's get it done. You guys know what I'm about to tell y'all. As I always say, get under there, check. I know y'all probably get tired of me saying it, but until I stop seeing people drop their trailers, I'm gonna keep advocating for it. Get under there and check. Don't rely on that tug test. Make sure everything is good. All right, let's go put it all together. Hopefully when I get to Valdosta, I'm hoping they'll just send me straight to Orlando. But one thing about Fridays, especially if you're wild, you can expect some long nights on Fridays. Every now and then I'll get a straight shot home. Like if I'm in Atlanta sometimes on a Friday, I can get a straight run or a straight shot to Orlando. But a lot of times it doesn't happen that way. I'm usually the last person back. That's usually the case. And that's just how it goes sometimes, especially if you're a wild driver. That should be good. Now, of course, when I do these videos, I try to be mindful of my surroundings, you know. And I know this is, you know, the day and age. Everybody may not want to be on camera, so that's why a lot of times I skip through some of these videos, because, you know, I'm just trying to be mindful, you know, of what I'm filming. I hope you guys can see this, but I need to get a better light. As I've said in other videos, you know, always check this little kickstand here and make sure it's, you know, latched on. Get under, as I always tell y'all. It looks like we're good, so I need to run back inside real quick, so I'll catch y'all in a moment. Get off about 2 minutes from the yard from Valdosta. Pretty smooth ride coming up. I did have to stop. I'm having some issues with my little cradle right here, which, you know, charges the phone, you know, the Samsara. So I didn't realize it until I just so happened to look at the battery and see that it's on 10%. And I think what it is, there's probably a short somewhere in the wire, and I really have no way to get to it because the wire, you know, runs through the dash. So I don't have an Android charger, so nonetheless I had to, you know, stop and buy a charger. So this will be the first time I'll fill out a trip expense, and they should reimburse me for it. It was only $10, so they should reimburse it. I'll have to get with my manager on Monday just to make sure. Oh yeah. I tell you guys, I sure hope when I get here, they give me a straight shot back. I'm not trying to go to Jacksonville, but like I said earlier, I know it's a good chance I may end up getting sent there, being though that it's Friday. Oh, we got GSP in the house. Yeah, I made a pretty good time. It's only 1:15, so. And if I didn't mention earlier, this is a break bulk terminal, so I could be sitting for a while. But let me go and get on in here, and I will check in with you guys when I'm leaving out. Y'all, so 40 minutes later, we are finally leaving Valdosta, and just like I said, as I predicted, going to Jacksonville. Now, of course, you know, it would have been nice to have an early Friday, you know, but it is what it is. So from here to there, 118 miles to Jax, and then from Jax to Orlando, 161 miles. So Jacksonville, if I didn't already mention before, is another break bulk. So, hang on one second. It's a good chance when I get to Jax, I may end up having to wait for a little bit on a load to come in. But, you know, we'll see. I could get lucky and be in and out. But considering I go to Jacksonville often, I already know how it is. So more than likely, I am going to have to sit for a little bit. Let's see. Got OD in the house. I see you. But all right, y'all, so that's the update. So I will catch up with you guys probably when I get to Jacksonville or when I'm leaving out of Jacksonville. Something for me. It's already 4 o'clock. Oh boy. Let's see. It's a good thing it's summertime because getting to Orlando in the morning sometimes, especially like during the week, oh man, that traffic sometimes getting in can be terrible. Set right here will be mine, but we'll see. Jacksonville, it's one of those terminals, you know, they usually hook it for you. Now, if you start in Jacksonville, you know, like if you leave at the closeout, you know, you can hook it yourself, but usually after closeout, if you're coming in, it'll already be hooked for you. So let me go ahead and get this drop, go inside, figure out what I'm doing, and I will catch up with you guys on my way out. And just like that, we have made it to Orlando. So let's go ahead and get this dropped. And this is going to conclude our week. So when I got to Jacksonville, I only had to wait maybe 10 minutes. It's not too bad. All right. This week has really gone by so quick. I actually got done not too bad, not too late. I mean, it's only 7:18, so there's a whole lot of inbound today, it looks like. All right, let me fuel up real quick, and we're gonna close it out in just a second. I'll be right back. All right, so I done fueled up, straightened up, did everything I need to do. So again, this is gonna, you know, conclude the week. So total miles for this week, 2,457. Not too bad. You know, as I've said, you know, I always try to aim for at least 2,500 a week. You know, if I can hit that, you know, I'm content. You know, anything more, of course, is, you know, good as well. But I just want to say I appreciate those that made it to the end. You know, I'm not sure how long this video is going to come out when I, you know, put it all together. As far as when you'll see it, it's now Saturday morning, so you guys will probably see this video maybe Friday or Thursday. And yeah, so the plan for Monday, I'm gonna try to vlog each day, you know, of the work week, you know, take you guys along with me, you know, that way those that may be, you know, not familiar with what Assistant Driver does, I'll kind of, you know, take you guys along the journey, you know, let you guys see the different places I go, the different hotels, you know. And just mind you, you know, I won't be able to show you everything because, you know, I have to kind of be mindful of what I show you and what I can show you. But again, don't hold me to it, but I'm gonna attempt to, you know, take you guys with me each step of the way. So as I always tell you guys, thank you to all of my day one subscribers. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you show your support, you know, like the video, you know, share your thoughts, subscribe. And as I always tell y'all, y'all take it easy and y'all stay safe. And I will see you guys Monday night.